He's been here in the studio for interviews. So we went over to see...
Isn't it great?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show, but I was miserable during the whole thing.
Why?
She says, Jimmy, were you not... It was freezing in the theater. Now, it was the hottest day of the year. It was 80 degrees outside. And they're blasting air conditioning, I swear, just on top of me, on top of my head
They
and my
got
wife.
the air conditioning working over you.
I had to like a woman, I had to borrow Jimmy's coat and wrap myself in it. I was so cold that I almost
You
walked...
needed a blanket?
I said to Jimmy at the halftime, you know, I said, Jimmy...
The intermission.
I go, Jimmy,
interval.
I'm leaving. And he goes, all right. I go, well, I can't leave. Now I'm arguing with him.
I think you were looking to me to talk you out of leaving, so that it could be my fault.
And I love the play. It is. I recommend it to anyone. It's about Lyndon Baines Johnson, our president, who, of course, took over after John Kennedy was assassinated. It's that period of time in history. Robin saw it and loved it. I thought that was a good recommendation. And I absolutely loved it. And, but... I was literally, it was like a torture chamber for me. It was so fucking cold.
You could still hear even though your teeth were chattering.
I complained to the management, and I said, can you warm up for the second half? Yeah, okay, we'll take care of it. They didn't. I mean, they made it colder. They tortured me.
They didn't even care about you.
It did seem like you and the rest of us were right in the spot where the air was.
Is that what was that, or did the whole theater
No,
experience
it was just that spot that we were in. It really
right?
was.
It was air blowing
We were
down.
under the vent or something.
Oh, my God. It was just torture.
But it was funny because I had... When you said I'm going to leave, and I started thinking about the various ramifications of you leaving, and I think it's worse to go to a play and leave at intermission than it is to not go to the play at all.
Yeah, well, I didn't leave. I didn't leave because I knew it would be a story, and then Brian would think I didn't love the show, and the only reason I stayed is because I did love the show. It was so good, but they literally were putting this show on in a refrigeration meat locker.
But I also knew that when I went back afterwards, and of course we learned on the show that you must go back afterwards, Ed said told Brian what happened.
Well, I turned to Jimmy during the show, and I go, Jimmy, do we have to go backstage afterwards? Because Robin had taught me that you go backstage.
That's right.
And I go, then I turned to Jimmy and I go, Jimmy goes, well, I learned on your show that you have to go backstage after, you know, if you're a celebrity, you go backstage to greet the artist. I said, didn't Robin say that?
She did.
But the point is, Howard, he knows you're there.
Well, wait. I said, Robin, I'm not going by Robin. And Jimmy goes, well, somebody else said it in conjunction with Robin. And I said, well, who? We couldn't think of who.
Yeah, who
Mary
was that?
McCormick.
Oh, was Mary McCormick said that?
No, it was last week. It was
like it was celebrity.
It was last week?
Who came in, not that Mary isn't a celebrity, but it was like a guy sitting here on the couch.
Yeah.
And he said that you have to go backstage during the theater experience, after the theater. Who said it, Benji?
Oh, yes.
Who? James Franco.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
okay,
that is who it was.
That is it.
Okay.
So I said to Jimmy, we couldn't think of who it was. I said, well, that discounts it. Robin's doing it to torture me. And James Franco, we couldn't think of. So I'm sitting there the whole time, and I'm freezing my balls off, and I go, I think I got to go backstage, but I'm not going backstage afterwards. I want to go home. I want to warm up. I'm going to have some hot water and try and warm up. I was so fucking miserable.
That's because you have 0% body fat is why you're
Look
cold
who's
all
talking.
the time. Trust me, I get on that scale.
He's got more body fat than you.
Oh, yes.
Jimmy?
I have a thick coating of body fat.
No, you're like the thinnest person on the planet now.
Oh, please. No, but really, though, I think that is it makes a big difference.
I guess. Well, I was always cold my whole life, whether I was fat or thin. I'm just always cold. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy is just like, oh, shit, we got to go backstage. So, and the other weird thing was, while we're sitting there watching the play, there's a guy behind us going,
oh, no.
And then he put in sucking can, and he's like, and I'm listening to this the whole play, and it's like, this is why I hate fucking plays. Fucking audience, and it's fucking cold. And this guy's like, and I go, oh, that's all getting on me.
Now, who was that guy?
It was Senator Al Franken.
I thought you were going to say.
Kidding?
No, it was Al Franken, who I adore. I love Al Franken. Had Al Franken on the show many times. But I turn around and I go to Beth. I go, you know the guy who's coughing on us? I go, that's Al Franken. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Al Franken. So I know Al, and I say hi to him. He was there with his son. And I said to him, I bet you were good, Jimmy, because you called him Senator right away.
Well, he is a senator.
Yeah, but I didn't know whether to call him Senator or not, because he's Al Franken.
I was surprised he's still funny, because I thought maybe he'd set that aside now.
Right. Now he's funnier than ever.
But he's funny, yeah.
Yeah, and curses and acts like a normal guy, but he's a senator. And he was there with his son, and I said, hey, after watching LBJ, I go, I bet you don't want to be the president. He goes, absolutely not. And Al Franken, I would love to get him back on this show because he was telling me some really interesting stories about being a senator.
Yeah, he had some great stories.
Yeah, even just how horrible sometimes it is, where you have to vote on terrible things, whether to bomb this one or, it's like heavy shit, man.
Awful stuff.
Yeah, and he's just like, it's a difficult job. And
so why do we have Al Franken doing it?
We have Al Franken do it. I'll tell you what, he's a great senator, and I'll tell you why. I read an article about him recently, and I always knew this about Al. When he was doing his radio show, he was incredibly smart. He's a very bright guy, one of these Harvard types, very committed to politics. But again, he wasn't a lawyer. And this article in the Times was saying Senator Al Franken is not a lawyer, but he is so studied and so much up on law and what is going on that he reads everything. A lot of senators don't read shit for themselves. That he does everything, and they said his opinions and the way he approaches meetings and the things he shows up for, very, very, very brilliant kind of things. And they went into specifics. I don't have them in front of me.
It seems like he's passionate about it, whereas a lot of people might be passionate about the office, or he's passionate about the job itself.
Well, all I know is...
Yes, but I don't think we know how important the job is, and we're willing to give it to people like Fred Grandy and
he was a
guy who
congressman.
worked on Saturday Night Live.
Well... I have no problem with the guy from Saturday Night Live as long as he's committed and he's smart.
I'm saying that you wouldn't necessarily think he'd be committed.
Well, that's why...
On the face of things.
That's why it was a close election, because people couldn't wrap their heads around the fact that a funny guy from Saturday Night Live could actually be a good senator. But anyway, never mind that. The fucking guy was coughing.
So he was backstage with you guys, too?
Yeah, it was Bryan Cranston, Jimmy, and Molly, his pregnant wife, Jimmy's pregnant wife.
How does she look pregnant, Hal?
She looks great. She almost looks too good. Like I'm thinking, this kid isn't getting any nutrition. Because, like, Molly, there's no belly. There's she's like, and what month is she in?
She doesn't even look pregnant.
Seventh month. She's got 2 more months to go. And, she's svelte. Like, she doesn't look pregnant, right?
She just has one of those bodies that is, she doesn't get, I don't know, she eats plenty. She just doesn't get fat.
Does she shit a lot?
Yeah, she shits a lot.
God.
She shits a lot.
Yeah. And not eating in the toilet either, mounds around the house.
Just anywhere.
You talk about shitting. I was just reading an article about, you wouldn't believe how many people around the world have never shit in a toilet, that they still shit outside. That there's over 1 billion people on the planet.
Have no toilets?
They have no toilets. We're lucky in this country. We got Squatty Potty.
Yeah.
We have that Japanese water shooting in their ass.
For the toilet.
Yeah. We have water that shoots in your ass.
I got all of that stuff.
Me too.
Yeah, we should send Squatty Potties to India, because in India they'll line up along the road in the morning,
right,
and actually read the paper while. Well, at least this is what I've heard. I've not witnessed this myself, but they'll sit along the side of the road. They'll read the paper,
right,
and they shit.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, and that's why it makes it so attractive as a tourist destination.
Do you you love Squatty Potty, right?
I do, yeah.
Me too. Don't you feel you get a more full?
How did you find out?
From
us.
Howard. Don't you get more full elimination?
It's funny. I was listening to the as I'm listening on my way home from work, and Molly's in her car. We're both listening on our way from work, and we pull into the garage, and you're talking about the Squatty Potty, and she rolls the window down. I roll mine down. She goes, "No." She knew exactly what I was thinking.
How many do you own?
I have, let's see, 4 of them.
I have 5.
Wow.
I have 5. And I have them stashed so that Beth can't find them. I don't want her to see my Squatty Potty, so they're stashed.
Yeah.
She happened to pat it one day. She goes, "What is that thing?" And I go, "Oh, I don't know."
I feel like I told her that about your Squatty Potty.
Yeah. You made a big deal about it.
I also now, when I'm away from my Squatty Potty, will try to fashion a makeshift Squatty Potty of some kind.
Right, to get your feet up in the air.
Like from a trash can
whatever's around. Yeah, I'll turn over a little bucket at the hotel. I try because I feel like my legs have to be above my nose.
There are times I'm almost going to shit my pants, and I run and get the Squatty Potty because I want the experience to be full and complete. That's how fucked up I am.
It seems like it was going to be full and complete at that point.
Yeah, it was, but I don't trust now without the Squatty Potty. And now when I went to the hotel and stuff, when we were in Los Angeles, because I don't have squatty potty, I squat over the toilet and like I lean forward, but my feet are on the ground. But I do try to simulate.
You try to mimic that
a squat.
position.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. It's really.
You know what we need now is a portable.
Well, it is pretty portable.
It is. I'm going to bring it with me.
Yeah, but you can't put that in a suitcase.
Oh, yes, you can. As long as you don't bring any clothes, you can get it in there, sure. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Gary this morning was extra phlegmy. He's going over the show rundown. He goes, boss, here's a clip of Riley Martin. And it's like there's just all this shit in his throat. Like a ton of it. So he leaves to go out and see where you are.
Yeah.
I turned to John Hahn and go, what the fuck is going on with Gary this morning? So John turns to me, he goes, it's unbelievably bad. He goes, I think Gary's excited that Jimmy's here. So I go, you mean...
And that got him all excited?
I go, well, you mean... So it's like an erection, like phlegm starts to build up in Gary when he gets extra excited. It was
that would be an amazing explanation.
You were vomitous
if it
this morning.
For all the other times when Jimmy isn't here.
But you were so phlegmed up.
Come on, Gary, don't take this from me.
Yeah, you were vomitous.
Sorry, Jim, you're so hot.
Thank you.
I think Gary eventually ejaculates the phlegm. That's what goes on. But John, what was going on this morning, Gary? Because it was unbelievable. And I'm sure you know that.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I never have an answer for this.
Yeah.
There's nothing special going on today, except for you fucking with me. There's nothing special about that.
I was thinking about the show. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. I started just running through things in my head, and I don't think there's ever been another show where, as just a matter of practice, the host yells at his staff. Like we've seen Jerry Lewis do it, have an outburst every once in a while.
Right.
But there's never been that.
Constant berating.
Yeah, I think you started that.
Well, I knew I invented something. I just wasn't sure what it was. Thank you for defining what I invented.
If there's any area in which you are undoubtedly a pioneer, that's it.
Hey, we got into this discussion on Saturday when I saw Jimmy at the Bryan Cranston play, the excellent Bryan Cranston play, where they've got to just temper that air conditioning.
All the way.
Oh, my God.
All the
maybe
way.
That's what they did with the air conditioning. They turned it up all the way.
You had to see me bundled up. I wrapped my ears around with my coat and my scarf, and it was an 80-degree day.
You could see your breath.
Yeah, and Beth is going, and Beth never complains, and she's like, I feel my throat tightening up. I'm getting sick, and I go, me too. I go, we're leaving, and then I go, oh, we can't leave. We're leaving. We can't leave. But anyway, when we were sitting there, I said to Jimmy, and this is really how I feel. Jimmy does not know the sex of the baby that's coming. The baby's coming in 2 months, and they don't know the sex, and they have a neutral kind of room planned out, right? Not pink or blue. It's like
It's just black with some glow lights.
Right. So, and I said to him, why don't you want to know the sex of the baby? Because why would you want some doctor knowing it and having that information and you not knowing it? And why is that such a surprise? Why do you want to be surprised by the sex of the baby?
Well, I don't know what the psychological reasons are, but I think that I know that with my other two kids, we didn't find out. It was a long time ago,
Right, yeah.
And it was exciting to find out, we had a girl and then a boy.
See what you get.
Yeah.
And I think it makes, I don't know, there's something kind of old-fashioned about it. It's like every card, it's a boy with an exclamation point. No, nobody does that anymore. Like
right.
They know in advance. I don't know, it's like opening your presents before Christmas or something.
But even if you knew and didn't tell anyone, you could still say it's a boy. But
I don't care about other people. I wouldn't care if everyone knew except me. For me, it's the surprise and like the kind of excitement of like, oh, wow, this person is...
Can't believe you're doing it. I wonder if that's going to fuck up our friendship.
You want to know everything else?
I wonder if it's going to fuck our friendship up when the baby comes. Yeah, because are you going to be...
Listen, if we have to get rid of it, it's not,
What? You would get rid of your child?
Give it to a North Shore animal.
Give it to a nice family. Could run free at the new facility at North Shore.
By the way, speaking of North Shore,
cages.
I have to tell you, what night was it? Friday night.
The Billy Joel thing.
Friday night, I went over to the Billy Joel concert, and it was great. What a concert! I've been, I've been walking around the house going, I am the entertainer, and I know just who I am. Another serenader, another backyard band?
Long-haired band.
Long-haired band. Shit, I never knew that. I kept saying backyard band. But anyway, went over to the Billy Joel show. And as you know, it was a big night for my wife and for me because our charity, this North Shore Animal League, Bianca's Furry Friends, this cage-free environment, Billy was donating all the proceeds from the concert. And what a concert it was. It was backstage. I saw Sting. He was there. Mm-hmm. And I saw Sting. Did I mention him? I don't know. But anyway.
How is Sting? We haven't seen him in a long time.
Sting and Trudy. And they were like, I go, where have you guys been? You used to do the show all the time. They were like, oh, we're around. Call us, you know.
Let's call them right now.
Yeah. We don't even have their number to call them. But
Judd Apatow was there, sitting in front of us.
Judd Apatow.
Paul Rudd.
Wow. Star-studded audience.
Star-studded audience. We had a really good time. The people from North Shore Animal League were crying the entire concert.
Oh.
And
that was actually very sweet.
It really was. Because they were these people work so hard.
And they opened the check and the tears. Yeah, it was very.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty great. And, you know, Billy...
Now, did you say something, Howard?
I did. I got up on stage. I made a little speech. And I don't know how good it was, but it was like a little something to thank Billy and to wish him a happy birthday. Got the whole crowd singing happy birthday. It was very, very sweet.
Yeah.
The whole thing was sweet. And Billy's such a great guy. And what a talent, huh? Can you believe how good his voice sounds?
Oh, he still was able to hit those high notes. And
unbelievable. Yeah, just a good dude.
I'm going to go see him again in L.A. This month.
Because it's such a good show. It's so great. Yeah. I even came out, I said, you know, it would be really great. I'm going to say this to Madison Square Garden. This was the first thing I said, and I meant it sincerely. I said it with peace and love. I said, you know,
peace and love, peace and love.
I said, Billy Joel, I said, the management here, for as long as Billy wants to do it, they should have him here every single month until he dies. And he said, even after he's dead, they should stuff
Bring him back?
Bring him right out on the stage, right by that piano, and let him keep doing it. And the crowd cheered. They loved that idea.
They want that.
I'd go see that. Wouldn't you see
I think
that?
you'd get bigger crowds.
Taxidermied Billy Joel?
Yeah, like just a stuffed Billy Joel. But so backstage, so my wife came out on stage with me. Billy's girlfriend came out on stage with him, came out too with me, and his goddaughter and her friend, and they were all holding puppies. One of these puppies was so beautiful. So Billy's girlfriend, Alexis, she was holding one of these puppies all night. And she said, Billy, we have to adopt this puppy. They already have 2 dogs. And he said, listen, there's no way we're getting another dog because we'll be outnumbered. And there's 2 of us, and there's 3 of them. There's no way. No way, no way, no way. Meanwhile, he's kissing this dog all night. He's hugging this dog. And he's really good with dogs. I've seen him in action. He'll clean up vomit. He'll clean up poop. He's, like, really on top of it.
He takes care of the dogs. It's not just
it's not a bullshit thing.
I'd still like the North Shore people to go in and check him out real quick.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, just give him a once-over.
I'll tell you, they did. They absolutely do. So, anyway, long story short, they ended up adopting this dog. So
you're kidding.
So it was not only his 65th birthday. He not only, instead of getting a gift, he gave the gift of, of all the proceeds from the concert.
Yes.
And then he adopted a dog, gave it a home.
I thought for sure when you guys came out with all those puppies, you were going to start throwing them out in the crowd. Maybe loading them into a T-shirt cannon and firing them into the upper levels.
Like at the basketball game.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, what did you do, Howard?
What do you mean, what did I do? I
Billy
made a speech.
Gave to the charity,
honey.
and he adopted a dog. What did you do?
What do I do? I've adopted out 57 cats out of my house, and I've given mucho gelt to the project, and also shot the calendar, and also raised money other ways.
Wow, what an unprompted attack, Robin.
Yeah.
No. I know Beth
What do you mean,
wants
what have
another
I done?
dog.
Oh, is that what you're getting at?
Oh, I see.
But Beth can get a dog anytime she wants. But I mean,
Is
what am I?
that true?
Yeah, I'm not the. Yeah, it's true. I'm not the Taliban. What am I?
Well, I know she wanted that last bulldog.
Yeah, but and I said to her, "You have my blessing. Go ahead."
You're dressed like the Taliban at that Bryan Cranston play.
Oh my God! Thank God for your little
all
raincoat.
bundled up.
I wish you'd had a fur coat. I would have wrapped my head in it. You should have seen me watching this play. I'm bitching the whole time. I go, I'm freezing.
Can we get Howard a babushka, please?
We have to take a break.
Oh.
I have to, and I'll pee during the break. Ike Barinholtz is coming in today. You know Ike?
Who's that?
I know he is. I don't know him.
A funny comic.
He's a big fan of the show.
Adam Carolla. This is weird. Adam just is coming in today.
I know. Last night, Adam told me last night. I said, "What's your plan while you're here?" He's like, "I'm doing Stern tomorrow." I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm doing Stern tomorrow." But
you guys are always like in the same orbit, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but it would have been nice to do the show together. Maybe we'll have a little overlap.
Maybe I'll have a little. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And what else? That's it. And we'll come back right after these words.
And now Sour Shoes, calling random serious employees.
Please enter extension and pound sign.
Listening to The Howard Stern Show.
Howard Stern Show. And now, our good friend, Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, we have a clip here, and do you want to set the clip up, or... You go ahead and set it up. I'm going to sit under the desk.
The Howard Stern Show.
Enough of that. Jimmy Kimmel, the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live, is here.
I love him.
He's terrific. Robin Quivers, of course, is here, and Ike Barinholtz is here. Ike is on the Mindy Project. Ike is a hey, Ike, come on in, man. Hang on. There you are.
Ike just kissed the ground.
Thank God. The Holy Grail. Ike, looking handsome for your appearance here today.
How you doing?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Guess who?
Hello, both.
I want to lay out my intentions.
Do you know Jimmy at all?
No, we don't.
How you doing?
You gained a lover and a best friend. I gained no love. I gained a few lovers, but I have no friends.
Ike, first of all, I'm honored because I heard that you are a huge fan of the show, which is very exciting.
I'm a huge fan of all the shows. This show, the wrap-up show.
And who is your favorite character on the show? Is it Eric the actor? Is it Imran Khan?
It's not even a contest, unfortunately. Right. It's Eric the actor.
Eric the actor. Same with Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I know. The whole saga, like the Kendra.
Oh yeah,
and demanding Pepsi, or he was going to walk. I mean, it's just.
But you never go as far as Jimmy. Jimmy goes on the Amazon wish list.
Not walk.
Yeah. I've never gone on the Amazon.
You haven't gone on the Amazon. Yeah.
I've never bought him a $3,000 TV.
Ike, I know you brought with you because you were a super fan of the show, and I'm honored, but you brought a quiz with you.
I did.
That we can all take. And I wonder, I bet you I do the worst on it because I will not know the answers to the quiz about the Howard Stern Show.
I bet you don't, I mean, depending on who takes it, I think you come in the middle somewhere.
Somewhere in the
you
middle.
might win if you answer.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy knows.
Well, not over Fred, though. There's no way it'll be Fred.
No,
Fred.
Fred.
One of my favorite moments ever on the show was when High Pitch Eric and Eric the actor were arguing, and it was like, "Fuck you, you fat fuck," and Eric was like, "Fuck you, you fucking midget," and Artie goes, "I love listening to two subhumans argue." And High Pitch goes, "Thank you, Artie." And he goes, "You're welcome, Eric."
You were on Mad TV, right?
Yes,
that's not how you got. You went to Boston University, my alma mater.
College of General Studies.
Yeah, me too.
The real moron program.
The moron program. Two idiots.
Yeah.
But you never matriculated like I did.
I did not matriculate.
Communication.
No, I went there, and right away I started smoking a ton of weed, and I didn't want to go.
Did you drop out of college?
They kind of kicked me out, and the worst thing is I didn't tell my parents I failed out.
Right.
So my father took me as a treat for graduating or for finishing my first year of college, he took me on a vacation to Vegas and Los Angeles.
Because you did so well at
school.
He was
like, I'm so proud of you. You finished your first year, and that's the hard one. Let's go on a trip. And we went on this great trip. And
how long did you last, by the way, into the first year? Did you last 6 months?
I got to the end, but like I was getting like F's and D's, but I didn't tell my parents. I was like, it's all going fine.
Yeah. When did they find out that?
We were literally in the hotel room in L.A. about to go back to Chicago, and my dad calls my mom and goes, "Hey, we're getting on the plane. What's wrong? Wait, why are you crying? Did you fucking get kicked out of college?" I was like, what? I don't know. What are you talking about?
What did your parents want you to be? I mean, you wanted to be a comedian.
Well, actually, at that point, I wanted to be a politician. Right. I was obsessed with politics and stuff. And and then I went to college and started doing mushrooms and shit. And I was like,
that blew out your political hopes. Yeah. Did you do a lot of drugs in college? You did mushrooms? Did you do acid?
I did acid. Right. I never did a quadruple hit like you.
Right.
But I did mushrooms and weed. Was like every day. It was too much.
Right. You were the party animal.
Yeah, kind of.
You were the guy that when there was a party going down, you were there.
Yeah, but it was like low stakes parties. It was like me and like 4 guys named Dinesh hanging out in a room, and they would watch me do mushrooms.
Because college was like that for me too. It was always guys. I was never with any women.
I didn't do that well in college. But then so I got kicked out, and I came back home, and I kind of wanted to act, but I saw an improv show.
Where'd you grow up? Chicago?
Chicago. Okay, yeah. I grew up in Chicago, so I saw an improv show with like Tina Fey and like Chris Farley and Tim Meadows. I remember specifically was so funny that I was like, oh, maybe I'll do improv.
Right.
So I started taking improv classes, and I was like, Second City.
Yeah, ballsy move though to drop out of college and then start going to do improv and stuff.
You didn't technically drop out as so much as you were kicked out.
It was an agreement we came to. That Boston University said we don't want to see you again.
Did your dad say you have to go get a job?
Yes, I worked for the Chicago Transit Authority, the buses and trains, and I listened to my little like shitty portable radio every day, listen to the Stern Show every day, and was like, that's a good one, Gary. And,
what did you do for the Transit Authority?
I worked in like...
He vomited in the cars, just so the cars would have the usual smell.
I worked in like kind of like the marketing department, like going from subway to subway. I saw like 3 different men masturbate on subway.
Did your father rub it into you and you go, look at you, look at what you're doing now. Now you're on a fucking subway.
The first like few months was pretty rough.
Right.
But I gotta say, they were really supportive. Even when I started performing and doing improv, and I was really bad at first, and improv shows in the early days suck. Like, no, they're never funny. My parents were still like relatively supportive, and now they fucking like love me.
How did you? I heard though that you used to hang out with not when he was president, but Senator Obama.
Yeah, actually, before he was senator, like
when he was a community organizer.
No, like this is when he was like a state legislator.
Right.
Legislator.
Yeah.
There's this big gym in Chicago called the East Bank Club, and they have like pickup basketball games all day. And there's this skinny black dude that we would play with all the time. And I remember I asked him one time, I'm like, are you like a politician? He's like, I'm a local state legislator. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about it. And then like 4 years later, my dad calls me and goes, you know that guy you play basketball with? He's going to be a senator. And and then he became president.
What was it like to play with young Obama as a...
He was good.
Yeah.
He got really mad once in a while. Like my writing partner and my best friend who I grew up with, one time Obama went up and my buddy Dave fouled him.
Hacked him?
And Obama came down and went, don't fucking undercut me, kid. Don't ever do that again. Ever. I got really mad.
And this impression that you do of Obama is pretty dead on. Did you develop this while you became a friend of his playing basketball?
No, it was more like after he became like super famous, and then I just kind of like, let me see if he's here real quick. Hello, Howard.
Hi, President Obama.
I want to lay out my intentions now. Right now, my professional life is at a 9.
Did you ever? That's fantastic.
Gary Del Obama.
Did you ever see Obama in the locker room naked?
If I did, it was not memorable.
You didn't check out his cock size? Because I'd like to know that.
I bet he's got. I'm a grower, not a shower, Howard.
Is that right?
Yes.
How many inches would you say you are, President Obama?
Flaccid, I'm a solid 2.5. But if I get nice and hard, I bet a 7.
And Michelle's never. When you pull down your pants to fuck Michelle, did she ever laugh at your penis or?
She did one time, and I kicked her out of the White House for the night. She spent the night at the Four Seasons, and I masturbated. This is the leader of the free world.
Have you ever tried to call Obama at the White House? Say, hey, I'm one of the guys that play basketball. I mean, like seriously.
Hey, Barack, it's Ike from East Bank Club.
Would he remember you from that?
I don't know. I think if I said to him, I used to play basketball with you at East Bank, he'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, I remember you. Get the fuck out of my face.
But he was a regular guy.
Regular guy, nice guy.
How could he be a good basketball player? You know, he's a smoker. And
I used to be a smoker, and I would, like, after we'd play basketball and, like, shower and stuff, we'd go outside, and there'd be, like, 3 scumbags smoking. Me, some other shithead, and President Obama.
Like 3 degenerates standing outside and smoking.
Yeah, 3 losers.
After a full game of basketball. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's crazy.
Vlade Divac used to smoke during the game.
Yeah,
he's bored.
He did. Yeah. All those European guys smoke cigarettes.
So when you got on Mad TV, so you went from...
I went from Chicago.
Right.
I did that for like 3 years, and then I did this theater in Amsterdam.
Oh, you were in that theater group.
Chicago.
With Seth Meyers.
Yeah, it was like me and Seth Meyers and Jason Sudeikis, and like you watch Key and Peele. I don't know if you've seen that, like Jordan Peele.
Yeah, these guys all went to Amsterdam and did improv.
Right,
for a long time.
Fucking crazy, man.
And you got laid like a motherfucker. I don't mean by whores, right? Like by regular.
No,
girls.
I never did the hooker thing.
How did you get all those threesomes?
Threesomes?
Yeah, didn't you have a bunch of threesomes?
You know, it's funny. In Amsterdam, at any moment, a threesome could break out. Like, you always feel like you're about to be in a threesome. But the problem is, like, Dutch women, they're very beautiful, but they're not sexy.
Right.
Because they're very, like, honest and literal and clinical. So you'll be, like, with them, and they'll be like, okay, now I will suck your balls.
Right.
And you're like, oh.
I know this to be true. I actually dated a Dutch. Well, didn't date. We had sex a couple of times.
Whoa.
Yeah. And she was very forward.
Was it Brigitte Nielsen?
No. This was when I was
Did
much,
she wear
much
wooden
younger.
shoes?
No, but she was a beautiful, lovely girl. This is when I was in. I was just out of high school.
Wow.
And I was with her a couple of times, and she even stuck a finger up my ass.
Now, Howard, I will put my finger up your asshole.
She tried to, yes. So she's a very forward woman, this woman.
I felt like when I was with Dutch women that, as a Jew, I felt like I was hooking up with Dr. Mengele a little bit, because they were like, no, put your sperm on me. And you're like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
So you were in Amsterdam, and the women were direct, and then you come home and you get the job at Mad TV?
Well, yeah, I had a year in L.A., like a horrible year, where I was like a busboy at Morton's, and like Pete Rose yelled at me, and like,
why would Pete Rose yell at you?
He's just an asshole. He like grabbed my arm one time. He grabbed my arm so fucking hard. He's like, hey, come here. Get me a Diet Coke. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, so I was doing that. And then, like, my buddy was working at the Chateau. You heard the Chateau Marmont?
Chateau Marmont, where Belushi
guy.
Yeah, sure,
but my buddy Dave would answer phones there. So the only thing I would do is just, like, smoke pot and prank call him. And I'd be like, hey, this is John Leguizamo. I'm in Bungalow 4. I need someone to make a burrito run. And he would have to assume it was them. He'd be like, yes, sir, Mr. Leguizamo.
You would do that to your buddy all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like, hey, it's Bono. Can someone go out and get some French fries for me? He'd be like, yes, sir, Mr. Bono.
How long did that go on for?
That went on for like a year, and then...
Isn't it amazing? Phony phone calls are great training to become a comedian.
They are.
You have to be quick. You have to do voices.
Yes, they are.
When you auditioned for Mad TV, is it because you did so many impressions that you got the job?
I did. They were all bad, I feel like. They were all like very quick. Like they were like...
What'd you do when you auditioned for Mad TV?
I did Andy Dick. I'm auditioning for a new show, and if you're a teen runaway with no future, meet me in my shed. But it wasn't very. I did like who's the guy that died? Crocodile Hunter? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
I did like Steve Irwin, and then like I did like a Nick Nolte, and then I did like a Mark Wahlberg, which was like,
I heard your Mark Wahlberg is good.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Howard. What a fantastic studio. Do you know I could have stopped 9/11 if I was on that flight?
And they saw you doing the impressions. They said, we got to have this guy.
Yeah, kind of.
And you were there for 5 seasons.
I was there for 5 seasons.
That's impressive.
But I got like restless, and the owner of the show.
You left.
No, my contract was up. I was always frustrated. I was always like, hey, we can't have guests on the show ananymore. Like SNL, you turn on SNL, and you could see like Steve Martin like fingering Mick Jagger, and it's like then you turn on our show, it's like Todd Bridges, and
I hosted that show once.
Right, exactly.
And I was rejected from. I met with them, and they
didn't want you.
Yeah, they weren't interested.
What do you mean? They rejected you as a cast member?
Yeah.
You wanted to be on Mad TV?
I didn't even know what it was, but they sent me to a meeting, and
who did that? Your agent sent you into a meeting?
Yeah, the agent at the time.
Was this before Crank Anchors?
Oh yeah,
and before
Man Show?
Man Show?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you were trying to find yourself, and you were doing radio probably at that point,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
We always had wrestlers on the show, which drove me crazy. like I spent more time with like Jesse Ventura than a person should.
Right.
Howard. Do you know the temperature at which steel will melt because of jet fuel? 2,000 degrees. What do you get if you subtract 1,009? 9/11. Coincidence? I don't think so. Howard, we should run for president together.
Why were you hanging out with Jesse Ventura?
Because we had fucking wrestlers on the show every week.
So you got to know Jesse Ventura.
I got to know all these fucking weirdos. Like, I don't know, if you're an adult and you're into wrestling, I think you're in things. Like, no apologies to Eric, the actor. I know he loves
WW.
Yeah. But then I was getting restless on the show, and like finally, like my contract was up, and I said to my managers, I was like, I will come back for this amount of money and not a fucking penny more. And then they called me, and like their counter offer was $0.
Oh,
so I was like, okay,
time to leave.
Yeah, it was time to leave at that point.
If you're on Mad TV, is it not possible to then get on Saturday Night Live?
It actually is.
That's the word that I heard.
No, they had a couple people. Jeff Richards. Remember Drunk Girl?
Yeah.
And also the guy who's on right now, Taron Killam, who's really funny on the show. He was on Mad TV.
I heard that Lorne Michaels was like, if you were on Mad TV, he's looking for new faces. And
for the record, Lorne's fucking right. Like, my biggest complaint with Mad TV, I was like, why are you on opposite SNL? Like, this is a juggernaut.
Right.
It seems very antagonistic to me. Like, you're splitting your audience. You know what I mean? Like, go on Friday night. Go on Saturday before Mad.
Why
SNL.
are you against Saturday Night Live?
It's so fucking dumb. And they always, the owner of Mad TV, like, had a personal vendetta against SNL. And I was like, it's fucking a bad call, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
And Mad TV had nothing to do with Mad Magazine, did it?
Early on, like, we were using, like, bumpers where we would do, like, Spy versus Spy and stuff, but very quickly that kind of dissipated and it turned into its own thing.
Yeah, and then you were a writer on the Mindy Project, and then they put you on camera because they liked you, right?
Yeah, I had a couple rough years where, like, my wife supported me, which was really, that's fucking fun.
How bad is that?
That's the worst, man.
That's the worst.
Like, because, like, you have to really, like, cook a lot of meals at home and clean the house and, like, fucking, you know.
And you got to really suck her dick.
Oh, my God. It was like, tell me what happened today, honey, because it was fucking really boring here. But then I did a show called Eastbound and Down, which kind of got me like back into the scene a little bit.
But things are happening. You were just in the #1 movie this weekend. You're in the Seth Rogen movie. $51 million,
Neighbors.
Jimmy.
You know how much money I made off that?
How much?
0. I don't have any points on that.
You don't have anything?
Yeah, my reps called me, but when it was imminent, I was going to get the movie, and they were like, we want to get points.
I saw the promos for
I did not get it.
You didn't get any points.
They called me back 5 seconds later like, listen, we really want you to do this movie, and you're not going to get points. I was like, yeah, of course.
Your negotiations in general aren't going well.
They're not going
You know, I've seen the promos, the commercials for I don't see you on the commercial.
Every single thing I say in this movie is socially unacceptable.
I see.
Like, I say
he's great because he's the best friend. He's in a lot of scenes.
Thank you, Robin. Like I'm like Rogen's best friend in the movie, and everything I say the N-word a bunch. Like,
so they can't use that in the promo. The N-word,
not even Red
He can't
Band.
make the promo.
Did you feel funny saying the N-word? I know it's in a script and it's to be funny.
It was actually improvised.
I see.
So,
he feels perfectly comfortable.
So I'm just a racist guy, I guess. But
well, they're racist too. They left it in.
I know, seriously. But like black people on Twitter now are starting to be like, yo, man, that's inappropriate. And I'm like,
I want to be in a movie.
So sorry.
Yeah. All right, are we going to take this quiz or not?
I got the questions right here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Ike Barinholtz is here. He's in Neighbors in theaters now. And by the way, do you want to plug the movie any more than that, or you don't?
Absolutely. I mean, let's make another $51 million.
The movie is fun.
Have you seen it?
I saw it.
Yeah. By the way, Jimmy saw it because Jimmy gets copies of the movies from the movie studio. I to this day do not understand, and Jimmy can't explain it to me. I don't get any movies from any movie studio.
This is unconscionable to me. Like, Seth Rogen has been on your show fucking a dozen times.
I had Seth Rogen on.
And he comes here and promotes.
For an hour. There's no other show. Jimmy, you can't put someone on for an hour. I put this guy on for an hour. I don't get one copy
I don't feel like that's Seth, though. I feel like that's a
No, it's not
weird
Seth.
universal.
I blame Seth.
You do blame Seth?
It's my fault.
Do you do it, Seth?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like...
So I'm going to smoke some weed now.
By the way, did you smoke weed with him? Because he's a legendary weed smoker.
So, like, my second day on set, right? I get there, and they're like, I had one big scene to do that day, and I get there, and the first AD is like, hey, I'm so sorry, man. We're going to put your scene up very last. End of the day. You got, like, 9 hours, so if you want to go home. I was like, I'm already here. So I just kind of popped in a Seth's trailer, and... Seth is like a fucking stoned mogul. Like, he literally, like, he's smoking a giant joint while he's, like, cutting the trailer for his next movie, while he's, like, on the phone with Amy Pascal, like, oh, yeah, the numbers look fucking great. And he hands me a joint, and I take, like, 2 hits of it, right?
Right.
I'm the most stoned I've ever been. Like, I'm like, I'm like, I smoke weed every day.
Right.
I'm the most stoned I've ever been.
You couldn't even handle it.
So I'm like, okay, it's cool. I got 9 hours. I'm going to go. I'm going to eat something. I'm going to chill, take a nap.
Like the kind of stoned where you're in trouble? Like
yeah, where I'm panicking a little bit. Where I'm like, I don't like this. I want this to end.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Right.
So I go to my trailer and I sit down, and almost instantly, the first AD is like, hey, man, I'm sorry. Sunlight's changing. We're going to shoot you now. And I'm like, no, this can't be happening. So there's a scene in the movie. It's a scene where we're in the park where I'm fucking so stoned, and it's just, I hate it so much. I'm so embarrassed.
Were you any good in that scene?
No-ish. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Did you say to Seth, geez, don't shoot me now? You just got me high.
At that point, it's wheels in motion.
Is that when the N-word popped out?
No.
That's when it'll come out.
Yeah.
If it's going to come out. All right, so let's get into what is this quiz? Gary, you're up for this quiz?
Sure.
Robin, let's see if
Fred,
we can. Jimmy Kimmel's a big fan of our show.
You guys.
Maybe Jimmy will beat us off.
Now, what is this? Jimmy's going to beat us off?
I could beat us
why not?
all.
Come on.
A-L-L.
So how are we going to do this
what is this?
structurally? Because we can't all just yell the answer.
Yeah,
Can you want to
buzz
yell your
in.
name, and that's your buzzer? Like, if you yell Howard, you would...
What if you went...
Or let's go around the room.
Let's go around the
That's it,
room and
yeah.
see how it goes. You start with Gary, go to Fred, skip Benji, then go to Jimmy, then go to me, and then go to Robin, okay?
Okay. Are you guys ready for this?
It's a round Robin.
It's a round robin.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Robin. Hi, sweetie.
All right. So we're going to Gary first?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was Sal Gubernal's rap name and one of his songs?
Oh, shit.
Well, there's a couple. I think wasn't it like Kane the Candy Rapper?
No, that
It
was...
was, I believe, Cool the King.
Cool the Candy Rapper.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was Lieberman's name.
I don't know why I thought that too.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Lieberman was the shitty rapper, I think.
Right, the shitty rap.
I am the worst rapper in the world. Can you name one of his songs?
I can't. There's something with Sunshine.
The one I remember was Free John Gotti. And Howard goes, why would you want to do that?
All right, now go to Fred. Gary, I'm not giving you any points.
These are tough questions.
I did know G-Man on a new Shake, Shake, Shake.
Shake, shake, shake. Yes. Yes.
So now I'll blow mine.
Okay,
All right,
ready?
Gary has 0 points.
You ready,
Go
Fred?
ahead.
Every year, Richard Christie has a birthday ritual of eating a Papa John's pizza and watching what 2 movies? Ooh. And I'll let you name one of them.
It's got to be a horror movie. I know that one of them was probably.
I know
like
this.
Halloween and
Right.
That's correct. Halloween and Halloween 3.
is
I thought it was Legend. It's not Legends of the. Oh, that's what's his.
No,
that's Brad's birthday.
That's,
Legends of
that's the one I beat off to.
All right, we're here with Ike Barinholtz and Jimmy Kimmel. Ike Barinholtz is in Neighbors in theaters now. $52 million. And Ike doesn't see a penny of that.
Not one penny.
But you get paid up front, right? You got something.
Oh, yeah, they paid me up front. They gave me on craft service all the food I wanted.
Everything.
Yeah, and weed. Seth gave me weed.
Right. Did he give you a bag of weed?
He actually, like, I said to him one day, I was like, I'm out of weed. And he opened the drawer of his trailer. And there was just like, I don't know, a half a pound of loose weed. He's like, oh, here you go. You could just fucking have that. I have so much.
Wow.
He's a good guy.
Generous guy.
Yeah, nice
Paid
man.
you in weed.
He did, more or less.
Everyone on the movie was paid in weed. Very good. Wow. You know he has one trailer that's just weed. Even the trailer itself is made of weed. It's everything.
You can just pull off a piece of it and
Right.
smoke it.
Yeah.
Are we going to Benji Brown? What's up, Benji?
No, skip Benji. Come on, nobody wants to hear from him. Go ahead.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy,
Yes,
you're
yes.
up.
Okay. What is... Oh, this is a good question for you. What is the full name of Eric the actor's caretaker / roommate? Oh.
That's a good one. That's a Jimmy question. If he doesn't get that, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, and I can't think of it.
I know his first name.
You know his first name?
Yeah. I do know his first name.
His last
I'll
name.
give Jimmy, I think it's John.
It's very close. His first name is Jan.
Jan.
What's his last
Wenner.
Jan Wenner.
It is Jan Wenner, the founder of Rolling Stone. That's the white
What's
man.
Jan's last name? I don't know.
I believe it's Jan Johnson.
Yanni Janssen.
Hey, Johnny Johnson.
All right. So, Jimmy, no points for you.
I'm
Shocking.
sorry. These are good
So
questions,
far,
right?
isn't it? Fred is the only one that has.
These questions are so good, I'm going to end this thing in about 2 minutes. Go ahead. That's how fucking bad it is. Go ahead. All right, come on.
Robin, what is the name of Riley Martin's wife?
Oh,
For God's sakes, you know that?
Jimmy, do you know that?
Oh, my
Jimmy, you
goodness.
don't know
You
that?
are a super fan for
I didn't like
sure.
Google these. I just literally sat down and
You
was
know
like,
this
yes,
stuff.
Yes.
Jesus, you're
Oh,
but I don't know my
geez.
fucking PIN number. But I can tell you Riley Martin's wife.
Oh, Iran.
I have.
Wow, young man, hang up on him.
No, I do not know that.
What is
I believe it is Joy.
Joy?
Joy.
Like Regis and Joy.
I think it is Joy Filton.
It's Riley and Joy.
I have to say that Fred
Fred's
is the winner.
I do have a couple more.
I don't
that
like
are
this.
easier. They're easy. These get
these
easier.
are
Well,
so
let us
hard.
all hear them
Okay, you
because
ready?
we mostly don't know.
Okay, here we go.
All right. This is a horrible game, by the way. No offense. You were doing so well, Ike. Should have just fucking thrown that game away. But go
Just
ahead.
like college.
KC famously said that he likes to blank his meat.
Oh, he likes to.
I got it.
tender. Oh, shh, I got this one. Come on, give me one. Casey said.
to.
He didn't say tenderize. He said.
Oh, it was.
All right,
You got
Gary.
to think of the word, then you got to get it
Oh,
wrong.
no, he liked
Right.
the sirloin.
No, you got to
No, he liked
marinate
to
it.
serenade his steak.
Casey
Yeah,
liked to
serenade.
serenade
I like
his
to
meat.
serenade my meat.
I like to serenade the meat.
Fucking moron.
What was the name of the song that the Jesus Twins asked Howard to put in Private Parts?
Feel my ubiquity.
Oh,
Gary.
I was just about to say
yelling
that.
out.
What? That's how it's a
You know
game.
something?
Listen to
Game's
Robin.
over.
You got to buzz in.
This is my favorite question. A man once came into the studio with what he claimed was his stuffed daughter. What was the name of the man or his daughter?
Marie.
You know this. The guy, the man's name. He's a real weirdo.
You're kidding.
Yeah, with a stuffed daughter.
I can still see the daughter.
I remember the daughter, too. She's a
I
very
remember
lovely
that
girl.
too, but I don't remember names.
I hope so. You'll be in jail.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
What
The
was
man's
the
name.
answer?
Anthony Zipper and my daughter Callistra.
That's too good. That's good.
in
All
the
right.
great-
Last one, because
last
I'm going to
one.
throw you out of here.
In the Great Scott the Engineer Push-Up Challenge.
Go ahead. This I know.
What was the name
Go ahead.
of Scott's training?
Okay, I want to answer this. May I answer it?
Oh,
Yes.
Radu.
Yes!
Get the fuck out of here. I know everything about this show. Nothing goes by me. Ike Barinholtz, you are a delight.
Love you.
You do impressions.
Thank you.
You do it all. You're so talented, and yet No one knows who you are.
You don't get points. You don't get points.
But everyone knows you and loves you as the N-word guy.
That's my
the
claim
guy.
to fame now.
Ike, it's such a pleasure.
Howard, this is literally if I die later today, I can die a happy man.
I love you. I mean, Jimmy, do
Wish
you love
a
Ike?
long life.
I love him, yeah.
Ike, thank you so much. It was
Hey,
great
man.
having you
Dream
here.
come true.
Boys, good luck. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, enough of that.
Hi, this is Pete Rose, and you're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
Here's Sal and Richard on the street, asking people if they would vote for Howard Stern to be our next vice president.
Jesse Ventura is running for president, and Howard Stern is his vice president. Would you vote for them?
Me? Howard Stern is a Jew. How the fuck don't we have...
Yeah. Sing it. Sing it, you mother. Love that. Wonder what David Lee Roth is doing right now. Where is he?
He's listening to the show,
Ah,
trying to
of course.
figure out who Nicole Bass is going to fall in love with.
All right, calm down. We'll get your headphones fixed. Guys, as usual, the technical angle of this dating game with Nicole Bass is a mess. Our contestant number one can't hear the show through his headphones. All right. Can you hear it now? No? All right. Well, anyway, Robin, we are here. It's an exciting day. Nicole Bass dating game is finally here. Nicole Bass, for those of you who are newer to the show, is a woman who...
She was the world's largest female bodybuilder.
Do we know that, or is that just because she told us?
That was her claim to fame.
That was her claim to fame. She hasn't been bodybuilding in years because she let that aspect of her life go.
Well, some personal things got in the way, I think.
She was a married woman. She lost her husband. She's been after me for years to have her back on the show. I'm finally having her on the show because she says she wants to fuck. You three gentlemen who are sitting here today, three wonderful gentlemen. Let me see if I can... I don't even know what microphones you're on, honestly. I'm very out of sorts today. I'm going to probably fucking jump out a window.
I don't see any windows available, so you're good.
Hi. All right, guys. Hi. Say hello. A big dating game hello.
How's it going, Howard?
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi. Robin, we don't have a screen up or anything. I think the gentleman should see Nicole when she walks in.
Okay.
Why not? Let them see
Well,
what
I
they're
thought
getting.
the idea was to hide the bachelors. So
Nah, it's a
Nicole
fucking...
would pick on personality alone.
We don't. You know what? I debated whether to put up a screen, and I just said, who cares? You know, why bother with the screen? Really, I did. We had the screen and we took it down.
Thank you.
Let Nicole see what you guys look like. Why not?
My looks are my only ability.
Zach, you seem to be the most annoying, so I'll start with you. Zach, tell me, you're wearing a suit and tie. I think that's respect for Nicole, right?
Absolutely.
Do you wear a suit and tie at work?
No, I do not.
Okay.
You do not. Zach, what do you do? What kind of work are you into?
I'm a salesman, but I also do acting. I'm in a movie called The Common Alligator. I do radio on violentradio.com, and I do appearances. I'm appearing at Comic Con with 2 N's in August at Bridgeport.
Oh, you were the guy, I should remind the audience, you were the guy who won the prettiest penis contest. George Takei decided you had a pretty penis. And I guess, what do? You book yourself at Comic-Con as the guy with the prettiest penis?
Yeah. I'm able to get bookings as that and stuff like that. And it just featured on the Howard Stern Show. Goes really far towards getting you bookings at small-time crap.
And you get paid at the Comic-Con?
No, it's in exchange. Because I do press stuff and I have like a blog and do a radio show, it's like, listen, if you give me a free ticket, I will also do stuff to promote your show, and you can say that some guy featured on the Howard Stern Show was appearing. It's like,
how's this guy making a living, Robin? I can't figure it out.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I know these guys with their own radio show blog on internet. They don't make money. I mean, how do you make a living?
I'm a salesman for New England Masonry and Roofing based out of Naugatuck.
That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
All right, and you won the Pretty Penis contest. I don't want to say too much because I want to wait for Nicole to get in here. And you want to fuck Nicole, right?
Absolutely, Howard. If you could just, I feel so bad for her that she says that she is having trouble finding somebody to have sex with her or that feel attracted. That's just horrible to me. I mean, no human being should ever be made to feel that unattractive. And I want to make her feel like the queen of the prom.
Wow.
Howard, I just want to ask that we keep it fair and he keeps that thing in his pants. He doesn't.
I'm sure he will. Well, hey, he can do whatever he wants. Wants to whip it out and show her, then he's going to do whatever he can to get that date with this lovely lady.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicole Bass.
So your name is
Jason
Zach, and you know what? Maybe I should just say a quick hello also to Taro. Taro, how are you?
Doing pretty good, Howard. How are you?
Unusual name, Taro.
My real name's Zach, and the Taro is the other half of my Twitter handle, so I just figured to go with that.
That's
It's
good.
Zach Taro.
That way you don't get confused with the Zach sitting to your
Exactly.
right. Okay,
I
very
see.
good.
So he's a Zach, too.
Yep.
Yeah, and you like Nicole? You've seen her on the show?
I have, yeah. She's a beautiful woman. I don't see how she's having such a trouble finding a man to fuck her. I
And
mean,
you're going to fuck her if you
Exactly.
win. Okay, good. And Taro,
Anybody looking for romance? Would they like a long term?
well, that's not what she asked for. When
She asked to
was on
get
the air.
fucked, Robin.
Okay.
The option's always there. The option's always there.
Hey, Ken,
If something happens, it
Ken, let me say a big dating game hello to you. How are you?
Very well. Good morning.
Ken, you've been on the show before, right?
I have not.
You not? You look familiar to me. Did I meet you
Why
somewhere?
does he
Don't
look
look alike,
familiar?
Yeah, is that well? Ken is a black guy. That could be. Maybe everybody. Stop taking pictures, Zach. You're the most annoying fuck ever on the planet. I hope Nicole picks you and you have to fuck her.
You act like that's a bad thing.
Yeah, Ken, you are a black guy. You say your friends say you're a very white black guy. What does that mean?
I speak properly, and my pants are around my waist. So
Right. So they give you a hard time for that?
absolutely,
Isn't that crazy? I mean, here you are, a well-spoken guy, and people give you a hard time for that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's real.
And you are attracted to Nicole, and you want to fuck her.
I have not seen Nicole in years, but I used to be. I'd like to see her today.
Okay, well, we'll see. She says she has put on a little bit of weight.
Nice.
Compared to her old
As long as it's in the right spots. Yeah.
Where's this weight located?
We don't know.
We don't know a thing about it. I haven't seen Nicole. Let me bring in the girl that you're dying to fuck, the three of you. Here she is, Nicole Best.
Everyone, I'm Nicole Bass. I am a girl, but I can kick your ass. My voice is deep and I sound a little weird. I have a vagina.
There you are. Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Lovely Nicole.
What are you doing, Howard?
What? I'm happy to see her.
Oh.
Nicole, put on those headphones. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
You always bring a smile to my face.
Only your face.
Nicole, a pleasure to see you. Guys, what do you think of Our Lady here? Are you excited?
How you doing, beautiful?
Hi. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good morning, Nicole.
You know, Nicole, I thought let the guys see you and let you see the guys. You know what I mean? Why not?
Don't hide them.
Don't hide them. Let's see. Nicole, it's how many years since I've seen you last?
I think it's been about under 10, but over less than. I don't know.
Well, let me say,
honestly.
time has not diminished your beauty at all. I mean, you look right, Robin?
She looks like Nicole Bass to me.
That's
I'll
right.
be half a century this August.
Wow.
Wow. Nicole, you called me the other day. You were upset. You haven't been on the show in a long time.
You didn't invite me to the birthday
I
show.
didn't invite you to the birthday show. You were very, very angry, and you said to me, you know, you're also lonely. Your husband died. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And he died not mid-coitus, right after coitus. Am I correct?
Yes.
You fucked your husband and he dropped dead.
Well, you know, some people
Thanks,
don't
Howard.
get that
What
last fuck in.
Yeah.
At least he didn't die underneath me.
That's right.
Now, Nicole, what is that you're wearing? A mini skirt? If I can describe to my audience.
Agree. I tried on about 9 million outfits, and
Were
I
you
ended
nervous?
Up with,
getting dressed?
Still nervous. I'm like.
Were you nervous because you know the guys are going to be looking at you sexually and judging you?
I'm nervous about you two and Fred behind me terrorizing me.
Fred, you're not going to go. Ho, ho, ho.
No.
No.
I need a cock. I need a cock. I need a cock. I need a cock.
You want cock, right?
I
You
want
do.
cock.
You badly want a man.
I haven't had a man in over a year.
And you were traumatized. You were with your husband in bed. You made love to him. You say you're a very sexual woman. You really are.
I am.
And by very sexual, you mean you need a lot of sex? Or you're romantic?
I'm more, I guess, from bodybuilding and being in the gym, and I'm very sexual.
You're very sexual.
I am.
Leave it at that. And so you are so sexual that you and your husband were having sex. He rolled over after a great night of fun. He came all over you.
Fred, you get me all the time.
Did he come on your face, or did he do anything strange that night?
No, we were very, very, it was always very soft.
I mean, and you don't know that it's going to be the last lovemaking session. So.
It was actually, you know something?
Nicole, you're sweating like a.
I know. I'm so
wild.
nervous being in here because it's like.
Well, you
now
begged
you're
to come,
live.
and now you're nervous.
Now I'm nervous.
There's sweat all over you guys. That sweating has got to attract you.
Don't be nervous, honey. Don't be nervous.
Let me put my hair in a ponytail. Can I take these off?
No, don't just forget your hair. We all have. All right, it's fun to watch you sweat.
I'll just drip all over.
Drip all over the place. Doesn't matter.
Drip on the sofa for your other guests.
Nicole, let me get this straight. You were making love to your husband. Was it very wild that night in the bed?
No, it was a strange 3 days. He was different.
Ill.
He was ill. I had pretty much disappeared from the bodybuilding scene.
Right.
Disappeared from wrestling. Disappeared from your show. Just kind of.
You disappeared.
Poof. I just disappeared.
Right.
He needed my care.
Right.
We were married for 27 years.
Long marriage, successful.
Long marriage,
yes.
Successful marriage. We both knew it was coming.
What did he suffer from?
He had, he was missing a valve in his heart.
Missing a valve? From birth, you mean? It just was a birth defect.
It actually was something that we discovered when we owned the gym.
And so that's a death sentence.
You know something? I just like doctors, like when, they give you, like, say, okay, you have 6 months to live. I just don't believe in that.
Right. And he did live. He
lived from, a very full life.
And when you talk about a full life, he fucked you. That's about as full as it gets. Do you remember if you orgasmed the final time he fucked you?
I always orgasm.
You do?
Do you know something, Howard?
You came all over his face.
There's a story, we've kept this going for a good 20 years.
Yes.
The first time that we met when it was New Year's Rotten Eve.
Right.
And it was at the Supper Club.
Right.
And you don't remember, but I did show you my vagina.
You did?
I did.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
it was behind curtain.
Oh, my God. That's something I think I'd remember.
And you want to know something?
I forgot. Robin, you saw it and you did not black it out.
Howard has to be the best lover on the planet because I never saw somebody drop to their knees as quick as you did.
That was a vagina, I said. I think that was with a quote.
No, you said, oh my God, I don't know what I saw. Same thing that she said.
Guys, does that worry you that even Robin was confused by Nicole's vagina? What about that, Zach?
Well, she's a nurse.
Nicole, don't feel bad. He's seen my penis and he doesn't remember who the hell I am. So so is she. So that's just the way Howard is.
Let me ask you this: you're listening to Nicole talk, and Taro, are you turned off at all by her blatant sexuality and her outrageous?
I've seen much more masculine women down in McDowell County.
All right, you're already out.
Oh, come on, give him a chance. Ken, you are not turned off at all. You like Nicole, right?
Actually, quite the opposite. Actually, I'm quite turned on. It looks like it's kind of cold in here. She's pointing at us off.
They're pierced.
Your nipples are pierced?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
I got door knockers on them.
Yeah, your tits look bigger. Did you get more implants? Or?
I did not get more implants. It's from not training. I just started training again about
You've taken
2
on more
months
of a
ago.
feminine form, if I may say so. I mean, a traditional feminine form.
We might have chance of an affair?
Not a fucking chance. All right, listen.
Well, what if you were stuck on that desert island that we've been speaking about for 20 years?
I beat myself to death with a coconut.
and I still didn't get invited to the birthday show.
Nicole, I want to get you.
Over me.
That's right. I want to give you a chance at love.
That's right.
Stop getting hung up on what you weren't at. You're here getting a chance at love. And that's most important. Let's get down to it.
Wait, I want to finish talking about my husband.
All right, go ahead. So the night you were making love.
The night we're making love.
Did you fuck him in an unusual way?
Not in an unusual way.
Was he on top of you?
No, I'm always on top. I like being dominant. I'm a dominant person.
Right.
It was kind of, we made love and we rolled over and went to our corners of the bed, and
sure.
I fell asleep and he fell asleep, and then I woke up and it looked like he was watching TV. And he had
his eyes were open?
His eyes were open. I went to cuddle back up next to him, and he was ice cold from the chest up.
Oh, my God. Well, what a way to go after fucking you. I mean, good Lord.
He came and went at the same time.
Everybody expected that to happen, but a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin. And
Wouldn't
I
it
have
be great
to
if
get
one of these guys...
so that we can have our date again in the bathroom.
Wouldn't it be great if Nicole fucks one of these guys and they drop dead?
Oh, yeah. That'll give me some rap.
All right, Nicole.
Wait, it gets better.
Did the police accuse you of killing him at all, or was there any?
I didn't feel anything that was. I was more angry at him for passing.
Right, I understand that.
In fact, when I had first called in and started to speak with you, you went right into like, what happened?
Sure.
And I was like, wait a second, this isn't the Howard Stern show that I called into. Fred threw out everything. He threw out Herman the Munster laugh. He threw out jumping up and down.
But when your husband died, were you so angry? Did you go, wake up, wake up, wake up?
There were actually, there were times.
Do you leave the body? Do you leave the body in the bed with you for a while before you call the police, like just to?
No, I knew. I went immediately. And called.
How long before the police show up?
It was very quick. The police were, the EMS and the police were at our house.
Because it's weird to have the body in the bed, right? I mean...
to me, he didn't die. It never really happened that he died.
Were any of the officers who showed up attractive, where you could perhaps start dating right then and there?
I would never date an officer.
You wouldn't?
Never, ever.
Why?
Remember when I was at San Gennaro Feast and they beat the crap out of me?
Well, that's
Remember that?
One bad apple.
Ouch, I'm a girl. Stop it. Ouch.
In all fairness, they didn't know you were a girl. If they had,
they were really nice to me.
Nicole, you were twice their size. Come on.
Actually, we had a horse, and he had a gun that had the, I guess, the pin taken out, and he would wear the gun in the parade when he rode the horse. So one of the police officers was
Your
like,
husband?
you better hide this. And he hid the gun.
Wow.
So they checked out the gun, and they were like, okay, it's never been fired.
The night your husband died, were you in lingerie? Were you wearing any special outfits for him?
I don't remember.
You don't?
I really don't remember.
That's not unusual.
Yeah.
There's certain things you do blank out.
I blanked out so bad that I got to a point where I did have a nervous breakdown.
It is possible. I had a nervous breakdown when I saw your vagina and I blanked out. I'm not kidding. So I understand.
There was a guy that was working, and I think his name was Scott. He doesn't work for the show anymore, but everybody's Scott, you know.
Yeah.
But what had happened to me was at the end of April, I knew he passed. May comes along. I know that he's gone. And July, I flipped out.
You flipped out, had a nervous breakdown.
Had a nervous breakdown, was found almost dead on my bathroom floor.
Wow. You were really in love. This is a woman who loves passionately, by the way, you guys. So you better fucking be prepared for some kind of psycho relationship.
The guy in the red tie is out.
Why? Oh, my
What's
God.
he doing? I drove 7 hours here to see you, Nicole.
7 hours?
7 hours.
All right, you're back in.
All right, maybe.
Let him give him a chance. He got off on a bad start. All right. Okay.
Sorry. I'll never compare anyone to McDowell County again.
When Nicole opened the door for the officers, 3 of them passed out. I don't know if you know that when they came to collect her husband.
I had 3 sets of officers that kept coming through. Like, the coroner did not show up. They waited for the detectives to show up, and then it was called into the coroner.
You know, your dress is so short, I can almost see panties. I mean, are you wearing
That's
panties?
hair. No. Actually, I'm shaved.
Are you fully shaved?
Yes.
Remember,
totally.
she's wearing that Mo haircut.
You hear that, Fred?
Do you want to come see Robin?
I'm totally shaved. Do you see any razor burn on my cheeks?
All right, let's get down to this. Let's find you love. Forget everything else.
Okay.
All right. Nicole Bass, world's largest bodybuilder. At one point,
world's largest female bodybuilder.
At one point in your career, you were the world's largest female.
No one's broken the record yet.
No one.
Nobody.
And by large, you mean muscular.
Tallest and heaviest to ever compete.
Right. I mean, that's a claim to fame, is it not?
Got to do something, right?
Right. All right. Nicole Bass. Now, Nicole says since the death of her husband, now you have fucked a few guys since your husband died, right? Nothing.
No. You know, I get calls that are like, and it's odd, and I almost think that you're sicking them on me, or Robin, or the show.
No, we're not that creative.
We've got things to do.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're busy.
Everybody.
It's actually Robin, but I didn't want to say
it. It is Robin.
Right.
You know.
But you get calls, and what are these calls?
People are like, "Are you going to start dating yet?" Or "When are you going to start dating?" They've been very forward calls.
I feel like you had your lip enhanced at all. Did you?
You know, people have been accusing me of that. I guess the fat in my face is gone to my mouth.
It's very nice. It's a good look for you. All right, listen, let's get down to it. Don't throw kisses at me.
Why not?
Because you got 3 men here. You're disrespecting.
I'm catching them all, Nicole.
All right, let's go. Bachelor number 1 is Zach. Zach, say a dating game hello to Nicole Baz.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, how are you?
And Zach, let's get right down to it because we don't have much time for nonsense. Mm-hmm. You will fuck Nicole. Am I correct?
Absolutely, Nicole. You're a gorgeous woman, and when you said that you hadn't had a man in a while, I can't imagine that. Because you're a beautiful woman, and everybody, I want to make you feel like the queen of the prom. I brought you a gift. I brought you some jewelry. I put a good suit on and stuff for you because I want to treat you like the lady that you are. And Howard makes jokes about you being feminine. You're always feminine to me, Nicole.
Thank you.
All right, Zach. Very, very nice.
He's already ready to jump across the room.
Oh, yeah. He really is attracted to you. You know, Zach, have you made love to many women in your life?
I've made love to about 50 women.
Wow. So you do have an active sex life.
Absolutely. I'm very good. I had sex with 3 different women last week.
No kidding.
I'm as different as they get.
I bet you never had
Are you bisexual?
No, I'm not.
So how old are you?
32.
And why has it only been 50 women?
I haven't I haven't had sex with you yet. Then you'll be 51. As soon as just show me to new women.
So when Nicole called in, she said, "Look, I've got to fuck." I
did not say
that. I don't know what Nicole said.
What I said was one of your interns had said he hadn't been laid in over a year, and me with my big feet stuck one of them in my mouth and said, "Hey, neither have I." And it ended up being the dating game now.
All right, I'm trying for you here. And I want to get you laid. I really do. All right, let's get back to the gentleman. All right, Zach, it sounds like you're a real closer. You know exactly what to do.
Thank you.
Taro, you got off to a bad start with Nicole.
I did.
What did he say exactly that turned you off, Nicole?
I don't know. I already got the wall up.
You don't even remember.
He said that she looked more feminine than she did previously.
Thank you. And she got mad at me over that.
You are more feminine. You had more of a bodybuilder look before. Now you have curves.
I have curves.
Yes.
You've always been feminine, Nicole. Always.
See, I love this guy. This guy is just...
And he's got a nice looking
She likes
cock.
a guy who's full of crap.
And you don't even remember it.
It looks just like his, too.
Taro, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why are you attracted to Nicole?
It's just a strong, dominant woman like that. Big, round, firm tits. It's going to be... It's beautiful.
And you'll get it on with her, right? There's no backing out of this.
There's no backing out.
You're not just saying...
You don't drive 7 hours to back out of something like this.
Right.
Where are you from?
West Virginia.
And do you get laid a lot? Probably not if you're driving 7 hours to fuck Nicole.
I get laid on the semi-regularly.
Semi-regularly.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not doing so horribly.
No. Last time I got laid... Huh?
How much do you weigh?
How much? About 230.
You're like a bowl of Jell-O. You wouldn't even have to stick it in.
What do you mean? He's too heavy for you?
No, he's just a little...
You think I'm too pudgy?
A little bit.
I got a beautiful cock, too. It hasn't won any awards or anything, but...
But don't you think you're better off with a guy who's not as physically attractive? In other words, this guy might stick around a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's 7 hours away. Where are you from?
Connecticut.
Ooh.
See, hour and 45 minutes away, Nicole.
WWE County, so I don't know.
You don't like the WWE.
I don't either, Nicole, so we're
right on the same plane.
Fuck Vince McMahon.
Well, Taro, can convince her because it sounds like you're losing out just because you're a couple of pounds overweight. I mean,
that shouldn't make anything. That shouldn't make any difference. It should be based on the personality.
Oh, shut up, Zach.
Would
all right,
you move
let's see some personality.
Let's see. Let's see.
All right, I'll give you a question.
All right, give me a question.
How many compliments can you give Nicole in 30 seconds?
How many compliments? Let's see. Those beautiful eyes, those ravishing red lips, those nice pert titties that are just poking out of that dress. Let's see.
How about that big crack?
Oh, stop. How many was that? I've lost count. I've just been stunned by her beauty. I can't think of anything.
You've been actually stung by the beauty bee.
Yes.
Mention her hot Adam's apple.
How old is Tara?
We'll be romantic. How old am I? I'm 28.
28, so you could probably get it up for Nicole.
Oh, absolutely. There's no
couple
problem.
of times.
I'm getting a little chub right now, so.
All right, let's get over to Bachelor.
Fred, I've always loved you, but he's against through.
All right, let's get to Ken, Bachelor number 3. Ken, you are a black man. Are you racially prejudiced, Nicole?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, have you ever been with a black man?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? So this would be something new.
Yeah, it would be something new.
Ken, is it true your nickname is Chocolate Thunder?
You're very quiet.
They call me Chocolate Teddy Bear, actually.
Is that right? Is that your nickname? Chocolate Teddy Bear, yeah. Now, why would you be a good match for Nicole Bass? Talk about your skills as a coxman.
Well, actually, first and foremost, she mentioned she just started back bodybuilding. I work out quite a bit as well. We can work out together.
Right.
And I mean, honestly, I just...
You could motivate her enough.
So you're a gym rat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're in good shape.
I'm in okay shape.
You're in okay shape. And Nicole, you've gotten a little bit out of shape. You have to get back into shape. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Don't change a thing, honey. Please don't change a thing.
You're beautiful just the way you are.
Yeah. Ken.
How much do you weigh, Howard? I'm just curious about that. Only because you're like that.
Over here, Nicole. Over here.
I'm just curious.
Let's put it this way. You could break me in half like a pencil.
No, I'm not after you. I'm just curious because you got that whole
This is about you. This is about you.
All right.
Don't
take over the show. I've been yelled at it for before.
Ken, you play the field, right? You're not a married man.
Right.
When's the last time you got laid?
Probably a week ago. I travel a lot with my job, so I mean, it's probably been a week.
You're able to score. Now, when you see Nicole, is there?
So you're a player.
No, not
when you see Nicole, are you physically attracted to her? She has a different look, let's be honest.
Absolutely. She has very pretty eyes, though.
She does, yes. So that's what you would focus on while you're fucking her. And you would have
like to be dominated?
I've never been dominated.
What would you do to him?
That's my favorite, Nicole.
If Nicole wants to put a strap on you and fuck you in your ass.
No, that's not happening.
No?
That's not happening.
What do you mean
I agree
dominated?
with Nicole. That's probably not
Nicole, what do you mean by you want to dominate him?
I'm very aggressive.
Right.
I'm just an aggressive person.
Describe to me what it is you want to do to a guy.
There's bright lights. I don't know.
You don't know in the bright lights? I'll turn off the lights and you'll tell me.
Turn off the lights.
What, do you want to wrestle these guys? Is that what it is?
No.
You want to smack them around a little bit?
No, that's not my
You want to tie them up and maybe spank them?
No.
So what do you mean by dominate them?
I'm very talkative.
You want to yell at them?
No, I do not want to yell at them.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
Do you order them around? What do you do?
You want to step on their balls?
No, I don't
want to put a finger in their ass?
No, she's very confident in what she wants and stating what she wants. She's a confident woman.
What, she hasn't stated it. Do you want them to call you master?
For the statement.
No, I don't want
master.
to be. Would you shut up for 2 seconds,
Well,
Howard?
you're not answering.
I am answering, but you keep interrupting.
All right, go ahead. Describe what you mean.
What I mean is that women that are, I guess, older or not in their 20s, they're more sure of what they want. I'm not afraid to say, well, this is what I want.
All right, you want to be dominant.
It's not that I want to dominate them.
Well, you just said you like to be dominated.
You like anal?
No.
Okay, just curious.
Not into anal.
I mean, giving it to them.
I like to be able to. I didn't even hear what that was, Fred. What was
Fred,
that?
you disgusting. Fred, Nicole, you said you asked the guy, do you like to be dominated? What do you have in mind?
I want to pistol with them with my cock. I mean, my vagina.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that I'm not afraid to be asked for what I want in bed. I'm not afraid to speak, to direct you, to have you direct me. It's a comfortable situation. A lot of men are not comfortable with that. They're kind of
So in other words,
quiet.
if I'm in bed with you, I might be fucking you, and then Nicole, you might say to me, no, rub my clit harder.
Yeah.
or
to the left, to the right.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I hate having to figure it out like it's a fucking mystery novel.
It's like,
And Howard, I'm used to white people giving me orders.
You are, right? The whole history of that, right? Yeah, white people, forceful white people,
Absolutely
dominating you.
And when I disobey, I get a little whipping. So
That's right.
That's perfectly fine.
But Ken, it is upsetting when a white woman does want to dominate you, being a black man.
It's not dominate.
It's the story of our
it's
history.
just to be sure of who you are and confident of who you are, and to go forward with it.
Taro, are you confident that?
I'm very confident.
You're comfortable with what Nicole is describing?
Absolutely. I love it when there's a woman that takes charge in bed.
I see. All right. Well, listen.
It's not take charge.
No,
It's
no, I
you're
know
on
what you mean.
equal
You're just
territory.
You're assertive.
I'm assertive, and I expect the other person to be assertive as well.
All right. Okay, let's get down to it.
In the beginning of a relationship, most of the time you have to. It's like you're quiet and you have to read the map.
Guys, I'm getting nauseous from this, so let me get to the quick. Let me get to a question. Nicole Bass, the world's largest bodybuilder, whatever she is. She says she wants to get laid, so I'm going to give you each an opportunity to win her over before she
getting laid.
Yes, it is. Believe me.
No, it
What, you think
isn't.
going to marry these guys?
This guy lives in Connecticut. That's close. This guy here is 7 hours away.
But what
Where
a pair
are you
we
from?
would make, though, right?
But where are you from?
I'm from Columbia, Tennessee. That's about 14 hours. 14
That's
hours.
a lot.
That just shows our
You
dedication that we would travel that much for you, Nicole.
But what? All right, question. What job do you do?
Me?
Yes.
I'm a estimator for a roofing company out of Naugatuck, Connecticut. I'm a salesman and estimator.
Okay. And what job is it that you do?
I'm a web developer, IT support, videographer. I do a little bit of everything.
All right. And what about you, Ken? What do you do?
I'm a IT director. I work for the Geek Squad. So.
Nerds.
Well, these are all
so
guys.
You're all nerds.
They're
the
all...
two are nerds, and you
I do construction man work.
Well, why is it not man work that computer work is man work as well? I mean,
Because I'm looking for any way to downgrade these guys.
Okay.
All right,
you are
guys.
very anti that have a better job.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let's get down to it.
What's a romantic evening in your eyes?
That's right. Now, guys, I'm going to let each of you answer this question Nicole has asked. In other words, the question is, what would you say to Nicole to turn her on about a romantic evening? Taro, you first.
Me first. Nicole, I'd say we go out to a nice dinner somewhere, nice mood lighting, have a couple of drinks, maybe go out, take a walk down the streets, go through a park or something. I'm really just kind of an average guy. You know, I like a nice ordinary date, maybe a movie or something, go back to the room, have a couple drinks, and maybe see what happens.
There
So you want to
go.
get me shit-faced?
No,
Yeah. No, I think he wants to get himself shit-faced. You're a lot of woman to take
He
on.
wants to slip me a roofie, or maybe I slip him the roofie.
Might be better you slip him a roofie. All right, let's get to Ken. Ken, this is your one chance to woo Nicole Bass. You've driven 14 hours, which shows your dedication to Nicole's beauty. Go ahead and say what it is romantically you would have on a date with her.
I'd love to have a candlelight dinner with you. You said you like to speak, so I love to listen. So let's have a candlelight dinner. Let's talk a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of dancing. Let's see how you move a little bit. Let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
Very romantic. Wait. You don't seem thrilled with that.
No, you've just been so quiet during the whole dating game.
No black man gets up before noon, so I'm still asleep basically.
He said it, not me.
Ken is full of stereotypes.
Yeah, Ken, come on. Nicole, so that didn't bowl you over, huh?
I'm just listening and kind of evaluating, picking up on, I guess, a person's aura.
By the way, I think it's hard for the guys to talk. They're seeing you in a very tight tank top and mini skirt outfit. It's
very
quite the
distracting when you
sight.
see those panties
I mean,
the entire time.
You can see my panties from there?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said see my penis, see your penis. The entire time.
Now you can.
Now I see your balls.
That's a sexier look, though. So.
Oh, God.
Okay, now finally, let's get to Zach, who has been very good at wooing Nicole so far. I think he's a front runner. Maybe he'll blow it here. Maybe he won't.
Well, can I pick two?
No, only one.
You know, Nicole, I'm a big. I like to get to know. I'd love to get to know you. So to me, any date that would be perfect would be one where we could talk. I'd like to maybe take a walk, go to a museum or something like that, see some sights, and get to know you, take you out to dinner, anything where I could talk to you. I'm not a big movie guy just because I want to talk to you. Movies are for after you've already talked to the person you just want to make out. So I'd really like to take you somewhere where I could get to know you. You know, nothing candlelit and stuff. We haven't gotten that far yet. That's kind of for later, that romantic stuff. But, you know, just I really love to get to know you and see more about you. You know? I imagine you're as attractive mentally as you are physically.
So it's not just jumping into bed with you.
If that's what you wanted, I would do that for you, but that's not what I would prefer.
Boy, quite a charmer.
I like that. I like
you
that
like
answer.
that. All right.
I like that. These guys are like, well, I drove 7 hours, and I drove
Let's get to
14.
bed.
Yeah, come
What
on,
if I
let's
hung
get at it.
What if I hung a candy cane by my ass?
Fred, why are you hidden?
All right. Now it's time to make a decision.
They're worried you're going to kill him.
Bachelor number 1 is Zach. As he said, he's close. He's close by in Connecticut. He says he does want you to feel like the prettiest girl on the planet. And he's ready. Excuse me, I just threw up. He's ready to woo you. Number 2 is Taro. I like Taro. He's an IT guy. All right. He's put on a few pounds, but
it's not that much. No, I was just teasing.
Not bad looking.
No, you're not bad looking.
He knows how to dress. I put this shirt.
Okay, he just killed it right there. He killed that right.
I missed
That gut is so hairy.
What are you doing over there?
What is he doing?
Taking his pants off. All right. Taro says, look, even though
you just blew it.
And
Shane,
then
Nicole, you're the one missing out.
And Ken, you drove 14 hours from Tennessee. You work in IT. You're a 35-year-old man, and certainly a
I
handsome
think Ken
man.
changed his mind.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a 14-hour drive, but you've been so quiet.
Did you freak out when Nicole was? It's like when Herman Munster walks in. Sometimes people run out of the room.
That's horrible, Howard.
But not. I don't mean you're Herman Munster. I mean it's like that on the TV show.
It's actually the tight-fitting shirt. I'm hypnotized by that.
So you're attracted to Nicole. It's quite
but
the opposite.
You're so quiet.
I'm sorry.
I know you have to watch out for the quiet ones.
I've had no caffeine today. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. Black people don't get up before noon.
Absolutely.
Robin, are you offended by this at all in any way?
I'm not offended by anything.
Right.
I've been here too long.
Come on, let's go.
I think that Zach. I think that Ken was trying to make a joke to show you his sense of humor. All right.
Okay.
I see how this is all going. All right, so there's Zach.
You're stuck with me.
There's Taro.
He wins everything. It's because of that penis of his.
Ken, there's 3 guys.
Why were you? I just have one question. Why was he on because of his penis?
Have you seen that thing?
May I?
Sure.
No, you
Sure,
don't.
Joe.
Have.
No, not take the penis out. I'm going to describe.
Okay.
So they had a contest, their beautiful, prettiest penis contest. I called up the show. I'm like, I'd love to enter. And they're like, will you come down? I said, absolutely, I will come down. I put my penis through a sheet. George felt all the penises up and thought that mine was the most beautiful.
George Takei, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of the Sulu. And
yeah.
I just came down because I've always wanted to be on the show, and I'm such a huge fan of George and Howard. It was just great to be here.
And he did win. He physically had the prettiest penis.
I knew I would win. It's beautiful. I mean, if you ever seen Michelangelo's David, it's the perfect, like, statue penis. I look like a Greek god.
Don't
Zach,
take your clothes off.
Zach, are you physically attracted to Nicole, or you just want to make her happy?
I like the fact that he wants to be friends.
I do, and honestly, Nicole, I am very physically attracted to you. You look very, very good,
Nicole.
Now you're coming out of your show?
All right, Nicole, as much as this is fun and we're all having a good time, love is a very serious business, especially when it comes to you. You've been through a trauma. You lost your husband. You haven't gotten that.
Do you have all your valves? Everybody got their valves?
I'm sorry about your
valves.
We don't want anybody else dropping dead on you.
Right. I promise not to die, Nicole.
Your husband died during lovemaking, which
no, he did not.
After
die
lovemaking,
after.
Right.
And I even ended up having a nervous breakdown.
Right. So you've come a long way to this point where you can now fuck again. God only
I've
knows.
been able to do it. I just haven't.
Have you been masturbating regularly?
Yes.
You have.
What's that like? Let's talk about that.
You're going to take a nice drink.
I'm not a squirter.
So you're able
Not
to
yet.
masturbate?
Not yet.
What do you fantasize about when you masturbate?
Black guys.
Black guys? Just guys in general.
You do?
I
You don't
think
watch porn?
I think I may be bisexual, and you had even said to me.
Really?
Well, because I got married when I was so young. I was.
Have you been attracted to women as well?
From being a judge in bodybuilding, I look at both sides of the coin just automatically. Like, I'll be like, all right, nice calf on her, or nice ass, or wow, she's built really nice.
What, Robin, do you want to be a contestant in this? Nicole's coming on to you, I think.
No.
No, you're afraid?
For our
She'll
birthday.
fuck you like a teacher.
Wait, my birthday's in August, and your birthday is in August.
Yeah.
I'll get pierced, and we could go in the bathroom again.
Nicole. So
and this time I know not to bend over.
Nicole, Nicole, we're here to fuck a guy, not Robin. Nicole, have you ever made love to a woman?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Aha, the truth does come out, doesn't
Was it Robin?
Yes. No, it was not.
You made love to a woman?
Yes.
This is a very, very big revelation. Did she get pregnant?
We had a running joke at when it was WWF that Ryan Shamrock, because we were always hanging together.
Yeah.
She'd always go around and say she was having my baby, but no, I didn't have an affair with anybody at WWF.
Fair
but yes,
enough.
I have with other women.
Interesting. I didn't know that about you. That's quite. Well, it's quite nauseating.
I've changed a lot. I mean, honestly, it's been a 360 turn, and just when you think it's a 360 turn, that's only a step or a baby step. Come out of my shell a lot more.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But let's. You're cleanly shaved.
Where are we in this whole thing?
Here's where we're at, Robin.
You know why I really.
By the way, a 360 turn means you're back in the same place.
All right, a 180.
What is your favorite sexual position so the guys know so they can gear up to fuck you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Doggy?
Woof,
woof.
It's whatever.
I thought you said you like to be on top.
I like to be on top, but then I had Howard drop to his knees in front of me with a big crowd in the back. And
all right. Enough.
I want you to sit on my face and ride it like a bicycle.
I like sitting on guys' faces.
Oh, I love it when women sit on my face.
Oral. I love.
You love giving blowjobs?
I love giving blowjobs.
Wow.
And Ken pulls ahead.
All right, listen, you're a superstar. There's no question about it. Let me get to this.
All
Nicole, bachelor number 1 is Zach. Bachelor number 2 is Taro. And bachelor number 3 is Ken.
Ken's too quiet.
Do you swallow a load, Nicole?
Yes.
You do? You admit that?
Yes.
I am so turned on right now, Nicole.
Keep it hidden. Keep it hidden.
Some things are meant for a surprise. Or else the woman will do a 360
Why am
turn.
I being so open? I mean, all the times that I've been on the show, I always say...
Because it's the new you. You did a 360 turn.
Yeah, and I'm in the same spot.
Right. Nicole, you look
Why
beautiful.
didn't you invite me to the birthday show?
Oh, stop it. We're
I had
past
so much
that.
room, that's it. Now, get over it.
1,400 people?
Get over it.
All right, I'm over
I'm
it.
here trying to get you a date, trying to make amends. One of these guys will fuck you. Which is it going to be, Zach, Taro, or Ken?
Or Ken.
Now, you know, Zach is a good-looking guy, and he certainly gets a lot of pussy. So
Thank you, Howard.
But, you know, will he be the ultimate guy for you? Seems like Taro and Ken also want you badly.
Right. And since you're in the girls, I'm in the girls, you, me, and Robin, we get together.
All right. It's time, Nicole. Who's going to put their penis inside of you? Who will go where very few have been before?
I don't know.
Ken. Just pick Ken. It's okay.
Just say Ken?
Just say Ken.
Say Zach.
Say Zach.
Or Ken.
You get the jewelry either way.
I get the jewelry either way. I don't know.
Bachelor
This
number
is-
1, number 2, or number 3?
Number 3. You can say Ken really fast. It's over. Good deal.
But Zach is a very fast way of saying it, too. Are you Jewish?
Me? Me? No, I'm not.
I'm Jewish.
You're not Jewish. You're so full of shit.
I'm German. Does
I'm
that
Italian.
Oh, so you're Italian and Jewish is the
Nicole,
same
is it
thing.
going to be bachelor number 1, number 2, or number 3? The man who will go and...
I won't die.
How much
Won't
do you weigh right
die?
now, Nicole?
I'm 265.
265. That's a lot of woman.
I won't crush any of
How
you.
tall are you, Nicole?
6'2".
That is so fucking hot.
Nicole, we are...
And in heels, I'm 6'7".
Nicole, we are exactly the same size.
You're 6'2"?
I'm an inch taller than you.
So in heels, you're 6'7"?
Yes.
Actually, I guess since I'm an inch taller, that would make me 6'8" in heels.
Nicole, can we cut the crap and go to the Guggenheim?
Go to the... You know something? I just keep going towards Ken.
Well, go to
No,
Camden.
I go to Zach.
Zach, you're picking Zach to fuck you.
No, I didn't pick him to fuck me. I picked him because he said he wanted to be my friend.
It's that damn pretty penis of his.
No,
Zach,
it's
you've
not
won
over
a date.
pretty
You've won a
penis.
date. Zach, this whole affair is sickening.
Oh, that's horrible, Howard. She's a beautiful woman.
She is beautiful. There's no question about it. She has a special beauty. Nicole, you do. She is the female largest bodybuilder, whatever that is.
Whatever the hell I am.
You're going to get it right.
Wait,
Zach, when are you going to fuck her?
So that I
whenever
can...
you know,
You're
whenever
going to
she
fuck her in her apartment, or you're going to take her to a hotel?
whatever she wants to do, it's ladies' choice. Whatever the lady wants. And,
I can't wait till
you
you
gotta
fuck her.
still prove yourself to me.
Absolutely, Nicole, and I'm more than willing to do that. And I'm serious. This isn't just like a bit. I mean, obviously, I did want to get on the show. You want to get
Nicole,
on the show,
beggars
November.
can't be choosers.
I'd love.
Now,
Beggars.
that's right. She's
begging
gotten laid
me.
in a long time. Now,
You
Zach,
don't need to get laid. I mean, you always have.
that's a very, very mature attitude.
Yeah.
And you are mature.
I like meeting new people, especially hot ones that are, beautiful women.
Nicole, I've always liked you. I think you are a special person. You always have a good sense of humor about.
You made me who I am.
I'm so. I'm not. No, God made you who you are.
No, I'm serious. When
I had nothing to do with this.
When I first met the Howard Stern show, I was a fan.
Right.
I listened to it on the way into work.
Thank you.
And when I first came into contact with you,
It's like contacting an alien.
No, yeah, right. An alien from another planet.
Right. By the way,
no, let me finish. Stop
vey.
interrupting.
I'm trying to get out of this.
Oy vey.
Go ahead.
I was so uptight. I was like, how dare you call me a man? How dare you say this? And it was like, I got over it.
Right.
And
You're
just
lovely.
Like, you made me,
Howard
get
helps
over
people laugh at
myself.
themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I wish the joke
This
wasn't
is
on
wonderful.
me.
Now take your top off.
I'm so glad I didn't pick you.
You know, Nicole, you have a. I often say this, and I mean this. You have a personality that matches your beauty.
I don't have no beauty.
All I can say is,
take your top off.
Every compliment from him is backhanded. Every compliment is backhanded. It's great.
you have won us over with your dynamic personality, is what I'm trying to say.
And I was good. I didn't sit and take over the show,
No,
right?
no, you were not verbose at all. Now, Nicole, I do wish you love. If Zach is the man, great. But if Zach isn't, at least you're going to get fucked. He's going to fuck you hard. Like a teacher.
And he won't die.
Well, like I said, I was, and I had said this to you during one of my call-in phone calls. I'm not just dropping my drawers for someone.
You will.
I would not expect you to do that either. I have to earn it. You're a lady, and I've got to prove to you that I'm worth you dropping your
You'd
drawers.
like to fuck her, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I want to know that I get along. I want to
get
know
along fine
that
with him. Will you swallow Zach's load?
I don't know. I haven't
Right.
gotten there yet.
All right. Well, we can't wait. Listen, if this does go down.
Hey, wait a second. Can you also pick me 3 girls?
No.
No.
If this goes, be satisfied. That's
All right,
insulting
I'm
to Zach.
satiated. I am satiated.
Zach.
I'm sorry. I'm the guest.
If this goes down, I want a blow by blow.
Absolutely.
I do, from the both of you.
You want a blow-job from
no,
him?
I want a blow by blow description. Holy shit, I got to get out of this.
Of course you will, Howard. Of course, I will tell you everything.
Nicole Bass.
Oh, so you'll kiss and tell?
Robin, I got to
Only
get
to
out
Howard.
of the room here.
If you're on the show with me, of course, we could talk together. But if you don't want me to, then absolutely not.
Whose idea was this?
It was yours.
All right, it was a bad idea. I admit it. Nicole, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you were shorter dressed than this.
I love you to death. And
I love you. And I hope that romance between
And I
you...
love Fred.
I'm from everyone at the dating game. This is like a bad dream that won't end. It's a nightmare.
Well, shit, if I'm not going to fuck Nicole, Robin, what are you doing tonight? I'm still in town for one more.
I hope
Robin,
you two...
I am so honestly.
All right, what is going on here, Howard? We
Security.
of this whole thing.
Robin, honestly, from listening to all that you went through,
thank you.
I am just.
All right, goodbye.
My heart goes.
Goodbye,
to
everyone from the dating game.
Love you, Robin.
Do you need help ending this?
Save me.
Okay.
And I'll get pierced.
I'll be
for
back in
our
a minute.
birthdays.
Thank you.
And we could be alone again.
From the Hannity Show on Fox News.
You say that Head Start is a failure. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Whoa, bleep.
What are you doing?
Failure.
I just can't stand right wingers just keep their mouths running all the time.
Jeopardy walls that comes up.
All right, we